Hello, welcome my dear children to another session of biology class. Hope all of you are staying safe at your home by obeying the instructions given by the health department. Okay, so always remember SMS, that is keep social distancing, wear double layered mask, use sanitizer and be safe at your home. Drink a plenty of water, eat healthy food, exercise regularly. So let's start today's class with thought by Swami Chinmayananda. Just listen here. Knowledge is the greatest wealth. Patience is the greatest weapon. So listen here once more. Knowledge is the greatest wealth. Patience is the greatest weapon. നോളജ് അറിവ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതാണ് ഗ്രേറ്റസ്റ്റ് വെൽത്ത്, ഏറ്റവും വലിയ സമ്പാദ്യം അല്ലെ. നോളജ് നമുക്ക് നേടുന്തോറും നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ടോ? നോ, നെവർ. സോ നോളജ് ഈസ് ദ ഗ്രേറ്റസ്റ്റ് വെൽത്ത് ആൻഡ് പേഷ്യൻസ് ഈസ് ദ ഗ്രേറ്റസ്റ്റ് വെപ്പൺ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ക്ഷമ. ക്ഷമയായിരിക്കണം നമ്മുടെ ആയുധം. ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ആയുധം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പേഷ്യൻസ്. Is it? So, my dear children, always keep this thought in this mind. You have to try to achieve more knowledge. Is it? And you have to inculcate patience in your character. So, maximum നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നോളജ് അറ്റൈൻ ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങൾക്കും പേഷ്യൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവണം, ക്ഷമ ഉണ്ടാവണം. So, these are very useful wealth and weapons in your life. So, let's move on to today's topic, that is revision, chapter cell structure and functions. Already we have studied about cell, is it? So, what do you mean by a cell? Avantika? Yes, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Is it? Building blocks എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. Cells are the structural and functional unit of life. And we have studied that in each organism the number, shape, size of cells varies. That means the size, shape and number of cells varies in different organisms. ഓരോ ഓർഗാനിസത്തിലും സെല്ലിന്റെ എണ്ണം, ഷേപ്പ്, സൈസ് ഇതൊക്കെ വ്യത്യാസപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കും. ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഡിപെൻഡ്സ് അപ്പോൺ ദ ഫങ്ഷൻ ഓഫ് ഈച്ച് സെൽ. So after that we have studied about multicellular organism and unicellular organism. That means based on the number of cells present in an organism, organisms are classified into two. Is it? So which are they, Madhav? Yes, unicellular, multicellular. Is it? So what do you mean by unicellular organisms, Fatima? Yes, the organisms having single cell, they are called multicellular organisms or single celled organisms. For example, amoeba. Is it? The next one, multicellular organisms. So what do you mean by multicellular organisms? Krishna, Manish? Yes, the organisms having more than one cell. For example, human beings. They are called multicellular organisms. So what are the two types of organisms classified based on the number of cells? Yes, unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms. So next, dear children, listen here. Next, what all things we have studied from this chapter? Already we have studied about cell organelles, is it? So what do you mean by cell organelles? Al-Amin? എന്തായിരുന്നു സെൽ ഓർഗനൽസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാല്? യെസ്, ദ പാർട്സ് ഓഫ് ദ സെൽ, ദേ ആർ കോൾഡ് സെൽ ഓർഗനൽസ്. So we have studied about different cell organelles. So can you say some examples for that cell organelles, Neha? Can you? Yes, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, is it? So many cell organelles are there. So just listen here. Cell membrane. So what is a cell membrane? എന്തായിരുന്നു cell membrane എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ദേവി? Yes, the boundary of the cell. The outer covering of the cell is called cell membrane. And in both plant and animal cell we can see this part, that is cell membrane. So inside the cell a jelly-like structure, a jelly-like part we can see, and that cell organelle is called cytoplasm. Okay, so what do you mean by cytoplasm? Devan? Yes, cytoplasm is the jelly-like structure. And in this cytoplasm several other cell organelles are embedded. Okay. So next one is cell wall. And can you say in which cell we can see the cell wall? Is it available in plant cell or animal cell? Google. Yes, cell wall can be seen only in plant cell. We cannot see the cell wall in the animal cell, is it? So outer to cell membrane, cell wall is an addition or additional protective layer, we can say like that. Or extra protection on a plant cell in the cell wall, and it gives turgidity, rigidity, and it gives the whole strength to withstand in all climate for the plants. Plants in ഏതൊരു കണ്ടീഷനിലും വിത്ത്സ്റ്റാൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു ഓവറോൾ സ്ട്രെങ്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്നതാണ് the cell wall. And another main part is nucleus, is it? So all of you know that nucleus is the controlling part of the cell. It controls all the other activities or all other cell organelles in the cell. And it can be seen almost in the central part of the cell, and it is spherical in shape. In nucleus ആണ് almost എല്ലാ activitiesഉം ബാക്കിയുള്ള എല്ലാ cell organellesനെയും control ചെയ്യുന്ന part ഏതാണ്? Nucleus. Okay, and what's the shape of nucleus, Gauri? Yes, it is spherical in shape. And several other cell organelles are also there. Is it vacuole? So what do you mean by vacuole, Sumitra? Yes, it is just simply blank spaces, free space ആണ്, food storage nokku വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള free space ആണ് vacuole എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. And it can be seen both in animal and plant cell. And all of you know that in the nucleus itself, for example, the structure of the nucleus, that is outer to nucleus, we can say another membrane, that is nuclear membrane. Nucleus in your outer covering a protective layer ഉണ്ട്. അതിനെന്തായിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ച പേര്? Yes, nuclear membrane, is it? And inside those chromosomes can be seen, and these chromosomes are very the actual reason for the transfer of characters from parents to their offspring, is it? And chromosomes are thread-like structures, and in this chromosomes the hereditary parts, that is hereditary substance, that is genes, right? Genes ne kurichu nammal padichu. And genes are the reason for the transmission of characters. Main ആയിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ പാരന്റ്സിൽ നിന്ന് ഹെറിഡിറ്ററി ആയിട്ട് കിട്ടുന്ന ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ചെയ്ത് ഓഫ്സ്പ്രിങ്സിലോട്ട് വരാനായിട്ടുള്ള റീസൺ ആരാണ്? ദിസ് ജീൻസ്. Okay, so these all are the major important cell organelles, and they are very useful for different activities. ഓരോ കാര്യത്തിനും അതിൻ്റെതായിട്ടുള്ള സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഓരോ ഓർഗനൽ. So is it clear, dear children? So next, after that we have discussed in this chapter about prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Based on the presence or absence of nuclear membrane, organisms are again classified into two, and which are they? Prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So prokaryotes means, already we have studied that pro, is it? That means nucleus is there but without nuclear membrane. Such type of organisms are called prokaryotic organisms, or simply we can say prokaryotes. Okay, the next is eukaryotes. Eu means true. Okay, so the organisms having nucleus with proper well-defined nuclear membrane. Such type of organisms are called eukaryotes or eukaryotic organisms. Okay, so which are they? Prokaryotes and eukaryotes.
So dear children, see this diagram. Okay, the diagram of cell, plant cell and animal cell are shown here. So the outermost layer is called the cell wall in the plant cell. Okay, and next to that cell wall, cell membrane is there. In plant cell, chloroplast can be seen. Already we have studied that. Is it green colored plastids? Is it? Then cytoplasm, that is jelly like structure. The nucleus, vacuole, blank spaces. The outermost layer, that is cell membrane. So cell membrane, vacuole, nucleus, cytoplasm. These can be seen both in plant cell and animal cell. But in plant cell, cell wall can be seen only in plant cell. Like that, chloroplast also, it can be seen in the plant cell. Okay, so is it clear, dear children? These different parts. Okay. So next here is one table is there. Okay, so you have to write down whether these parts can be seen in plant cell or animal cell. Cell membrane, cell wall, nucleus, nuclear membrane, cytoplasm, plastids, vacuole. So cell membrane is present or absent in plant cell, like that in animal cell also. So next is cell wall. Okay, cell wall we can write in plant cell only it is present. It is absent in animal cell, right? So you have to do this in your textbook, and you can do it by yourself. So next, here are some questions for you. First of all, you have to write whether the following statements are true or false. Okay. Then second question, make a sketch of the human nerve cell. Okay, so what function do nerve cells perform? You have to write the functions of nerve cells. Then after that, you can write short notes on the following, that is cytoplasm and nucleus of a cell. The next question, which part of the cell contains organelles? You have to write the name of that part of the cell. The next question, make sketches of animal and plant cells. State three differences between them. You have to write down the three differences between the animal and plant cell. So next question, state the difference between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Okay. The next question, where are chromosomes found in a cell? And you have to write its function also. The next question, cells are the basic structural units of living organisms. Explain why it is saying like that. Why? Is it? You have to write the reason. The next question, explain why chloroplasts are found only in plant cell. You have to write the reason why chloroplasts are found only in the plant cells. Is it clear?
So dear children, I hope all of you understood today's revision chapter. If you have any more doubts, you can text me in WhatsApp, okay, or directly you can call me. And again I am saying that you have to read your textbook thoroughly, study the notes properly, study the revision questions well, okay. So my dear children, God bless you all. Let's meet you in the next class. Thank you.